I told my husband, "I told you so," and started laughing at him when we got the paternity test results. So I had my daughter about 6 weeks ago. She came out with this super light blonde hair and these pale blue eyes. I'm talking almost white blonde. My husband and I both have brown hair and brown eyes. The second the nurse handed her to him in the delivery room, I could see his face change. He got real quiet and just stared at her. We got home from the hospital, and that same night, he cornered me in the kitchen while I was trying to make toast because I hadn't eaten anything real in like 2 days. He straight up told me he wanted a paternity test. I was so tired I could barely stand up, still bleeding, everything hurt, and he's asking me this. I tried explaining that babies can be born with lighter features that change over time. My mom was blonde until she was like 4. His own cousin was born with red hair that turned brown. He didn't want to hear it. He said if I didn't agree to the test, he'd file for divorce. Just like that. So I said fine, do whatever you need to do, because I was too exhausted to fight about it. The next morning, he packed a bag and left to stay at his parents' place. Didn't even help me get the baby to her first pediatrician appointment or anything. Just gone. 3 days after he left, his mom called me. She didn't even ask how I was doing or how her granddaughter was. She just launched into this whole speech about how if the test came back and the baby wasn't his, she'd make sure I got nothing in the divorce. She used the phrase, taken to the cleaners, like 3 times. I was sitting there holding my daughter, who wouldn't stop crying, and I just hung up on her. My sister moved in to help me those first few weeks. She was the one getting up with me at night, making sure I ate, doing the laundry. My husband called once to ask when the test results would be ready. That was it. 1 phone call in 3 weeks. The results finally came back yesterday. The lab called me in the morning and said we could pick them up after noon. I texted my husband and he showed up around 2. He didn't bring anything for the baby, didn't ask how she was doing, just walked in and sat down on the couch next to me. I handed him the